All right. Okay, so actually, welcome back again.
Yeah.
So part 2, we're going to do a run through. What we're going to do is now we're going to discuss the social media advert campaign. So the physical paid ads that we're going to run, how we would go about that. And then finally, what we would post, how we're going to post the day of or the period of the festival as it's happening on site. So let's jump right in. So first off, to start the campaign, I think what would be best is as we do that 30-day consistent posting after the festival happened, take a look at your best performing videos. For the first week, I would say take 2 videos of your selected, which you think you like most, because your views will be low. Take the first 2 that you either want to portray a message or that you would like people to physically interact with or gain something from experience, and run ads on that. So go for video links. I wouldn't go for any link clicks or website traffic. I would just like people to start seeing the videos, engaging with the videos, so that the algorithm can pick up, okay, there's engagement, more people like these videos, and then hopefully it'll distribute it more. So that's week 1 of month 1. And then in week 2, then I would go again, take 2 videos which are performing the best, and then boost them again, going for video views. Might also go for engagement. You can decide between the 2, but for the start, I would prefer video views more, because then a lot of more people see it. And then if I get a great watch through rate and people complete watching the videos, then after that, I would target engagement, because automatically it'll show it to more people, not just on my campaign for the paid ads, but on my social media itself, organic content and that way. So if I get great watch through rates, then I would repeat this the first month. Then from there on out, I'm not sure if it's necessary actually to run ads then after that to month 2, 3, and 4, because maybe you can still run ads, but I wouldn't do it with such a big budget. I think I would just, to keep it in the back of my audience's mind, I would just keep on running ads for them to still know about it, just to remember.
Why would you run ads after the festival?
Anything that you post after the festival to create the hype of. What I want to do is I want a great watch through rate on my social media. So once there's a great watch through rate, then my contents get shown to more people on an organic level.
All right.
So that's why I'm not going to create a brand new ad, new creative. I'm going to use the creative that is posted on my social media, and I'm going to share that. So then once I have a great watch through rate, the rest of the content that I post through the rest of the year, I know it's going to have a great view, amount of views, amount of engagement.
Okay.
That's why I say I would do the first month. Wouldn't be it's not going to be a huge budget. That shouldn't be the total budget. Save up for the main budget 3 months before or when ticket sales start to happen.
Yes.
And then what I would do is, depending again on when they're going to start, but I would say just before ticket sales happened, a month before that opens, I would start running ads for ticket sales. Getting people to the website, not yet getting them to convert into a site itself. So getting website traffic. Then from the website traffic, what we're going to do is we'll install a pixel and then use that pixel to see who goes to the website to start retargeting them and create lookalike audiences.
Okay. What I'm asking is, I read this phenomenal thing about the Area 51, when they wanted to storm Area 51. True story, a couple of years ago, but for you younger generations out there, it actually happened. And they said it was a phenomenal marketing experience, but it was just too early. It was 1 month too early. So what I'm asking is, now we run a reel that performs well. Now it shoots from 2,000 views, 5,000, 10,000 views. Now people see it, like, oh, cool, they're interested. And now they start following, but then it's that thing, you have to wait 11 months for the next one. So that's what I'm just asking. You already have the hype, the people that want to see what happened, and then you just have your organic things that post. Then from there you can see what performs and what not, because you still just need the analytics. And then from there, like I said, the 3 months before, when the ticket sells, then you use that budget to drive the sales. I just thought of you paying to get more people to see content that's only going to take place in a year's time from now.
You don't want to not run ads if you have the chance to do it, because you still want to grow your audience. the upside to running the ads is that you're going to grow your social media. Because social media gets grown, you can retarget to your people on social media through running adverts. So everyone that's liked your Facebook page, follows your Instagram, you can retarget them. So kind of it reminds them, okay, cool, I remember this video, I want to do it, I still wanted to go do that. So that's a way to retarget those same people that show an interest to do it once the festival happens. Because you can still do it closer to the time, but then your budget's going to be split. Because now the total budget that you could have used for website traffic to retarget, you're going to split that budget into two. And then what's going to happen from there is you're going to have a smaller budget for website traffic and a smaller budget for video views and social media growth.
Right. Would you not have a higher conversion rate if you aggressively market and run ads closer to the period? So let's say, for instance, because what I'm thinking is people organizing the Oppipanne for next year, they still have to find artists that will come out and do it. They need to find the availability of. So it's great to say, yeah, we've got Spoof Wolf with that, but I think you find that out closer to the time. So the moment Spoof Wolf posts their picture of, oh, we're going to be at Oppipanne, and so then people that follow them, like, they see it. And then the next moment they start seeing also ads of Oppipanne, because now you're aggressively targeting, you're using all that money that you split or you used during the year and aggressively use that to promote it. So I'm not sure how that would work.
Money has feet.
Okay.
Not everyone.
Keeps the cash.
It's a great concept. It really is. But the thing is, now let's say we have 2,000 rand a month as a budget to use for adverts. So now the time comes 2,000 rand. Now we'll save it. And then as soon as you get to 3 months before time, so we have 6,000 rand in total to market the campaign. But as we look back, we're like, we never kept in mind actually, unless you physically go and pay that amount into an account to keep it, then 100% I would go for it. But I think it's because of human nature or the habit that use the money while it's there.
Okay.
I'm not sure what their expenses are. I'm not sure how they work.
Yeah.
That's out of what we know. But I think the problem is mainly because, like I said, money has feet. And people don't save up, as they say, because it's going to work then. But then, do you have the money?
Okay.
I think that's a problem I would run down to. That's the way I think about it.
Would you then create a lookalike audience of all the people that did go in 2023? Because what I'm thinking is you probably have the email addresses because everyone bought the tickets. You have that database. So from there on, you create a lookalike audience. So I'm not sure if that works. I'm not too clued up.
So no, that will work. I'm not wrong there. I think depending, because I remembered when we were there, they said no. Just the last night when Book was the final act, they said that they want to keep it the same size. I'm not sure if they want to grow. If they want to grow, then I would keep on marketing for new people. I still wouldn't let that block me if I want to stay at, let's say, 2,500 people. And I would still continue with marketing because if the ticket sales up, you lose.
Yes.
But creating a lookalike audience is great. What I would do is I would rather create a lookalike audience and spend my budget on the website traffic than a lookalike audience of everyone that went. Reason being, like I said, it's quite a while back. So everyone that went to the website, there is an interest. They're looking at this. They really want to go to the website. They really want to go to the festival. If we're going to create a lookalike audience of everyone that was there, not saying it's not going to work, but I think
your conversion rate is lower.
It's going to be much lower because there's no actual need for it yet. But same thing goes again. This is vice versa, actually. If we say we're going to create a lookalike audience of everyone who's currently visiting the website, I still think that might have a higher conversion rate because it looks at your current active interests and behaviors for period of your life. Yeah. So I think rather create a lookalike, spend your budget on your website's traffic than creating one on. If you have the budget, go for it. But that's
all right.
I would prioritize the website traffic.
All right. So regarding the budget, so the budget for the first, call it 9 months, is smaller in comparison to your 3 months before the festival. So then you ramp obviously up the ads, the content, the boosted stuff. From which point will you stop running ads? Is it at the festival? Is it a day before? Is it a week before?
I would stop once I'm sold out. Once I'm sold out, then I know. Okay, let's say there's 10 tickets left. Okay, then I won't run ads for those 10. I would take a look at I would keep my ticket sales in mind, because there's no need for me to run ads if there's no return on the investments.
Okay.
So that wouldn't make sense for me. What I would do then is I would rather keep that budget and use it, if you put the money away, on the following year's budget. But I would say I would stop. The thing that would determine ads keep on running is my ticket sales.
Okay.
That I have.
What if the client, like you said, money at his feet, what if the client 3 months before the time doesn't have the cash flow to increase the ad budget? What would your strategy then be? Let's say we're using the example of 2,000 Rand. So we do 2,000 each month for 9 months. Then your 3 months before the festival, you ramp it up to, let's say, 8 grand. So times 4. What if the client doesn't have that? Will you still just, well, you can't do anything, but is there a different strategy that you would follow will you then focus on everything going to website traffic? Or will you focus on everything social to boost the social content so people see it and then from there hopefully click through to the website?
Even if they can't increase the budget and it stays consistent, I wouldn't say that's a problem. The problem would be if they don't have a budget and you can't run ads. Then I would say it's a problem. I think if you ran the ads before those 3 months prior to the festival, I would focus on the views, the engagement, the social media growth. 3 months prior to the festival, or when ticket sales start to happen, then I would start focusing on website traffic. That's where I would pump everything into there. I would solely focus on website traffic. Still using social content that is posted on our social media. I wouldn't use content. I wouldn't create a different feed for it. I would use what is currently available, and then I would say buy now or learn more. Put a button at the bottom of your
to take that.
Yes, to take them to the website. Okay. So I would focus on videos. I wouldn't use images, static images. I don't think they do work, but I think for me personally, I found that videos have much better conversion rates, engagement rates than the static images do themselves. So I'd rather focus on the website traffic. If they don't have a budget, good luck.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Because your organic reach, unfortunately,
is not big. Yeah.
The Weber you don't have that.
Wow.
Yeah,
You're going to post and then all of a sudden
it's going to go viral and everyone sees it. Now in terms of, let's say, tickets are sold out, everyone is there. How would you go about posting content at the festival? What would your ideal content look like?
So you need to know who's going to take photos, who's going to do the videos, who's going to do the editing. Is there Wi-Fi? Yes. Is there signal available? Because it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
And as we saw, because we're from South Africa, we didn't have any SIM cards. But the people that bought SIM cards there, the signal was bad. They had to walk around. So I would say, first, do a deep dive. Make sure that you have good internet connectivity. If you can't post, you can't post. It doesn't matter what you're going to do. So we need to make sure that there is a plan around that. A team of 3. Not management, just a team of 3. So talking about one videographer, one photographer, and the editor. I think that should suffice. I don't see it necessary as of yet to have more. Might be handy, but I think because the more videographers or photographers you have, the more editors you're going to need to use that content, because the workload gets a lot. Day one, focusing on everyone arrived. That would be my main focus.
All right.
The arrival of everyone, people setting up, people getting stuck in the salt pans. Everything that happens on day one, physically towards focusing on arrival. So,
okay, arrival. Where would you post the content and in which format and how?
Okay, so I would post photos. Because everything's going to go to Facebook and Instagram. So that's again, Facebook and Instagram. literally then for the period of the festival, it becomes a spam page.
And
So reels will go up. I would say per day I would at least want to post 3 reels, and photos. I would put them in a carousel so that you could swipe.
yes.
I wouldn't do
One image, one image.
Yeah, it gets too much. Yeah.
So I would swipe. Luckily with Instagram, I think you can upload up until 10.
Yes, 10.
So I would upload 10 images. I would upload, let's say, 10 images. I want to say 3, but I feel 3 might be a bit too much. But I would think that's where I would draw the limits to say. So call it 3 hours, there would be a post.
Okay.
So every 3 hours. So in that 3 hours, the team needs to go get the shots, bring it back to the station, and it needs to be edited. And then it comes to me, who's going to manage it, goes onto the laptop, does the posting. In mind that the internet is great.
Yes. Would you do stories?
Yes, that's a great idea. I think stories would be excellent. Stories I would spare.
Yeah, because you can just...
Stories I would go for the whole time. I would just upload as much as possible.
Yes.
That's available. I would then also create the hashtag Oppipanne 2024 and let everyone know that was that system.
yeah.
Use that tag. So if they use that tag, you need to find a way to get them to use the tag. So I think the best way would to be a sort of competition type of a competition for them to do. If you use the tag at the last day, we're going to choose someone for a free helicopter ride or something with incentive for them, so they want to partake. For instance, with Splashy Fin, they had the flag. So if you brought your own flag, and then they walk through the campsite, and that's I think it's the 3rd day, or the 2nd last day, I don't know, day, might be the same day. but then they walk through, they have judges, and then they say, okay, whoever's flags looks the best, they win the year's supply of beer. Depends who's the sponsor, but they were a year's supply of beer. And then there's flags everywhere. So there's always these cool flags.
Yes.
So I think the same thing with that, because there's an incentive. There's something for you to get out of it.
Would you, if you were in this position of Book and Joe, would you pay someone to make content at the festival, even though your tickets are sold out? So what is the return for them to post every 3 hours, people seeing it? Because the people that are seeing it might not be the people that are there. It's people that are sitting in South Africa seeing the content, or in Botswana in that sense. So everyone's already there. You already got your money. What incentive would it be to post?
Again, price determines a lot of it, because like you said, you have to see return. It's not going to be valuable if I'm going to charge them, call it 150 grand for the whole weekend to do that service. Then I would also second guess as to, is it really worth it? I think where the value comes in is, again, adding to the FOMO audience. Look at each and every festival that happens. As the festival continues, there's stories, there's videos. For instance, Splashy Fin has each and every day, they create a video of the whole day. There's something that happened. Or not what happened the day. Everyone enjoying the river, the stages, the market, whatever. So there is an update of what's going on at the festival. Because there's always people that wanted to be there, but they miss out on it, and they couldn't be there. So in a way, it makes them feel like they're actually part of it, but in the back of the mind, they want to go next year. I think that's because you're targeting your FOMO audience. That's what you're going for. Everyone that couldn't be there, they what you call spite. Okay, you're not supposed to call it spite.
I feel, regret that they have, so they have regret that they couldn't be. But now the question is, and we'll end off probably with this one, is what would be the difference of targeting the FOMO audience on the day, showcasing this is what's happening and they're missing out, versus taking that exact same content and posting it a week after the festival?
So first of all, it saves you on the budget, instead of, because you're going to get a much higher engagement rate. It's like the same when we posted the video of Oppipanne. We tried to jump on that trade-off. Everyone using the hashtag, or people still looking at the content, because everyone posts content of what happened. So instead of using the budget that you need to pay for the following month or the month to come afterwards to market that, you already gain a new audience. So even if it's not someone who didn't even hear about it, but because you're active, you're posting, and your social media is active, and because everyone there is also watching your page, liking it, Omar, Barry is at home, and she sends this to Ivan because he's there. Oh, I just saw you on the post, and so there's interactiveness that happens on the post. That helps a lot to grow the audience without paying a budget for the additional budget. So it actually helps you save costs.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, what would you think? Well, is there an incentive that you would provide, or what would that value be for you?
No, I'm just thinking for me, if it's the matter of cost versus value, like, is it valuable of posting on the day, paying someone to be there to edit? What is the return on investment? Because now the other question that comes to mind is, if everyone is there, the festival is going on. Look at Liefde by Dam, any other festival. If everyone, I'm just sorry, why I mentioned this is, Oppipanne is a bit different because there isn't a lot of signal. Not everyone has SIM cards. But Liefde by Dam, anything in South Africa people have, and they post, they share stories. So I'm just, the idea that comes to mind is, what if your content gets lost in the sea of content that's being posted? Because now you have to stand out. Your video that you have to make has to stand out between the 2,000 people that are posting and sharing, versus if you do it a week later, there's less content coming through, so your content looks more valuable. But I think you answered the question, how you phrased it, is people see it, because people love seeing themselves. When they see it, they're like, oh, they share it, they tag themselves in the story, or and I think that grows your base more. If I heard someone was at Oppipanne, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Then I keep looking at the page to see, did I see Michael? Did I see Michael? Did I see Michael? Even though I'm not there, so I think, it's a thing of price. If the price is right, would you have a team there?
I would rather recommend, if you don't have the budgets, use your budgets on the on-site edit team and creating the content as is there, than marketing using a campaign budget for, call it, the next 1 to 4 months after the festival.
Yeah,
I would rather use that money for the festival to get, because then I have the content, number one.
Yeah.
I can use the content continuously after that. And then I'm jumping on the train of the hype train. So anything that trends, it goes well. To add up to the question that you said, how do you not get lost in the sea of content? It's because of your following. So because they have a huge page, everyone, if I post all 2,500 people that are there, the post will go out to them, because they are currently at the set location. And it's something they're actively looking for. So I think that's going to help you a lot, unless there's someone there with 1 million followers and a bot or something. I don't know. So I think the way you won't get lost is because you already have a big following and people are watching your page.
Cool, yeah, guys. So that is our take on what we would do. So part one, we discussed the content that we would have created to hype up for the event. Now we discussed how we would allocate for a budget, how we would promote it using paid ads, and then now what we would do on the day to jump on the hype train and create a what do you call it? A trending hashtag Oppipanne 2024, which people then can view, share, and like. So that's our take on how we would have done it, or how we will do it. Anything from your side, Michael, as we end off?
Yes, book, give us a call. I'll come out next year. All right, but no, that's all, guys. Hope you enjoy it. And then until next time, we'll see you again.
Thanks so much, guys.
Nice.